Hey stars, it's Miss Ingham. I'm here to introduce Melissa Mayhat to you for your next senior speech. I taught Melissa a few years ago in geometry, but the best part of that has been to get to see her throughout the years in the hallways. Her smile is so warm, her eyes are so sincere that when she says, "How are you, Miss Ingham?" I feel like it's someone that has intent and really wants to connect with you and get to know you and know how you are, and that means a lot to me. But what has meant a lot to her is a story that goes back to our days in geometry together, and it is part of what has fed the words that she'd like to share with you for her senior speech. So I'll share the story with you. She came in to do a quiz retake, and that doesn't sound life-altering, but sometimes geometry can be, right? But she worked on her quiz, and she worked really hard. She asked me great questions. She really chewed on the problems and brought her grade up tremendously. But it was a few days after that that she came to me and thanked me, and she said, "Miss Ingham, I've never heard those words before." So I was kind of lost for a second, and I thought, is congruent triangles that important to you? That's awesome. That makes me feel very proud of you. But she said, "No, it's the fact that you said I'm proud of you." And she had never heard those words before, and it struck me how important those words can be to people. And it also struck me that it was so late in her life that she felt like she had heard it for the first time. But what's even more important is what she's done with that thought over the last couple years. And it isn't about people being proud of you. It is about pride in yourself. And so what she's going to share with you is the importance of not being a black belt on yourself, but being able to look inside and know your self-worth and know where you find your joy and know how to fill your cup. And so those are the words that I'd like for you to listen to today. So Melissa, I am proud of you, but I'm even more proud of the pride that you're going to share with your classmates. Enjoy.
Hi, my name is Melissa Mejia, and today I will be talking about a moment in my life that helped me grow as a person. So around this time last year, I tore my ACL. No, I'm not talking about the music festival, but for those of you who don't know what an ACL is, it's a ligament that helps stabilize your knee and lets you do things such as run, walk, jump, all of that fun stuff. And not to brag or anything, but I think I tore it in the coolest way possible, aka playing prison ball. And to give you a small recap of what occurred, I was playing prison ball, trying to dodge getting hit, and then the next moment, I still to this day do not know how I was able to move my leg in such a weird way, but I did, which ended up with me on the floor crying over a torn ligament. This was probably the funniest yet most traumatic experience I've ever had to live through in my 17 years of life. And imagine telling people that you tore your ACL while playing prison ball. You cried about it for about 3 minutes on the floor and made your very pregnant teacher come pick you up and put you to the side so you wouldn't get run over by the other kids. It's pretty embarrassing if you ask me. At first, I wasn't too fazed by it. I thought that after a couple months on crutches, I'd be able to regain my ability to walk. However, this was not the case. After going to multiple doctor's appointments, I was told that I would need surgery. Like I said, at first I wasn't too fazed by it. I thought that it would be a simple surgery and the recovery process would be quick. However, again, this was not the case. After the surgery, my life did a complete 180. I pretty much lost all of my independence and had to become dependent on my friends and family for just about anything. During this time, I went down a really negative path because I felt like I was a burden emotionally and mentally on my friends and family. I hated that I had to be dependent on them for almost every little thing, such as taking a shower, which, by the way, my mom had to help me with for almost a month, carrying my backpack and going to the lunch line to go get food. I was angry at the world. I was in this horrible mindset for about 3 months, and I wanted my life to go back to normal more than anything. Eventually, once I regained my ability to walk, I began to reflect on these past couple of months. It was hard to get out of this horrible mindset, but I was able to do it. I surrounded myself with friends and family who I really cared about and began to kind of distance myself from all of the negative feelings over this injury. I began to be more appreciative of what I had versus what I didn't have, and I began to appreciate my friends and family even more. And what I want you guys to take away from this is that there will be times when you're at your lowest, when you feel alone, when you just want to give up. These moments are inevitable and unfortunately just come with life. I'm not saying that it'll be easy to get out of this mindset, because trust me, I've lived through that for almost a whole year, to be honest. It will take time, but as long as you surround yourself with people that you care about and things that you like to do, such as art, maybe riding a bicycle, you'll be able to forget all of the negativity in your life and start to focus on the positive aspects. What I want you guys to do, if you ever encounter such a horrible, such a horrible mindset, is think about all the things that you cherish, all the things that make you happy, and just think about it during that hard time. Eventually, you'll start to feel happier, or at least I would hope so. And then another thing that I want you guys to take away from this is that if you ever decide to play prison ball, try your best not to break an ACL, because that was not fun. Anyways, thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed my speech.